6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Lal Malwarachi and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. The President seeks support from political parties to form an all-party government. Mahasangha points out that a strong government is needed to find immediate solution for the economic crisis. It has been emphasized that all citizens must obey the law. Bus fares have been reduced from today. The results of 2021 GCE Advanced Level Examination to be released before the end of August. Power cut reduced to 1 hour from today. News overseas: China fires missiles near Taiwan after Pelosi visit. In sports, South Africa crews a 10-wicket win after Sri Lanka shot out for 46. And those are the headlines. The parliament has to be converted into a government in order to resurrect the country from the present plight, President Ranil Wickremesinghe told the political party leaders who met the president last evening. The president has said that he expects the support of all parties in parliament to form an all-party government and pass the 22nd amendment. President Wickremesinghe has also told the MPs that an interim budget will be presented to parliament by September first week. The discussions with the Sri Lanka Freedom Party and President Ranil Wickremesinghe ended on a positive note yesterday. SLBC General Secretary Dayasiri Jayasekara says that they discussed 11 proposals with the President and the discussion was fruitful. When asked that transpired at the meeting, Jayasekara said that they have discussed how to formulate the all-party government and many other issues in the country. Meanwhile, Mahanayaka Thero of the Sri Lanka Amarapura chapter, Most Venerable Dodampahala Chandrasiri Mahanayaka Thero points out that a strong government is needed at this juncture to find an immediate solution for the economic and social crisis experiencing at right now in the country. An all-party government is essential for this purpose. The Thero made these remarks yesterday when President Ranil Wickremesinghe made a courtesy visit to Thero's temple, to Forest Hermitage Temple at Kalapaluwa, Rajagiriya. The Thero advised the President to make the country self-sufficient with food by giving priority to agriculture industry. President's Counsel U.R. De Silva says that people in the country must respect the orders issued by courts. No one is above the law. The police has the power to arrest a person who has violated the prevailing rules and regulations and produce them before courts. The President's Counsel further said that for a democratic and disciplined country, all citizens must obey the law. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Bus fares have been reduced from today. Director General of the National Transport Commission, Dr. Tilan Miranda, says bus fares have been reduced by 11.1% and it will be effected from midnight today. At a media briefing held yesterday, he said the Transport Commission decided to reduce the bus fare as the price of auto diesel was reviewed, and also the government has released the ban on minimizing the number of passengers on board. Accordingly, minimum charge, which was at 38 rupees, will be reduced to 34 rupees, and maximum charge, which was at 2,882, will be reduced to 2,611. The National Transport Commission also informed the public to complain about malpractices done by bus conductors to hotline 1955 of the National Transport Commission. Meanwhile, the Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka said the power cut will be reduced to just 1 hour today. Department of Examination says the results of 2021 GCE Advanced Level Examination will be released at the end of this month. The department also said that although arrangements have been made to hold this year's GCE Advanced Level Examination in November, it will be postponed by about a month. That's local news.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Country's daily scheduled power cuts will drop to 1 hour today. According to the Public Utilities Commission, PUCSL, though it is not immediately clear whether the outages will return to the usual 3 hours on Saturday, according to the state-run Ceylon Electricity Board, the reduction in power cut duration on Friday is due to an increase in hydropower generation thanks to the ongoing southwest monsoon. All designated areas will have no power today for 1 hour between 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And that's top news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Watch live is brought to you by
A Strength to Your Life. CIB Janajaya Vasana has commenced. Valuable gifts and all bills are on 31st of October. Come to CIB today.
The examination department has called for applications to sit for this year's advanced level examination. The examination is due to be held in November. Candidates are advised to apply online before August 19th. The examination department has requested private applicants to access the website of the examination department on www.doenets.lk or the www.onlineexams.gov.EIC and complete the application form and keep a printed copy with them. However, the examination department has allowed the candidates who apply for second or third time for the examination to submit their applications after the release of the results of 2021 advanced level examination. And that was Watchlight.
A Strength to Your Life. CIB Janajaya Vasana has commenced. Valuable gifts and all bills are on 31st of October. Come to CIB today.
Moving on to world news, China has fired missiles near Taiwan as part of huge military drills following a visit by a senior U.S. politician, Nancy Pelosi, to the island Taiwan, and China launched 11 ballistic missiles into waters around Taiwan's northeast and southwest coast. Japan said the 5 Chinese missiles landed in its waters as well, calling for an immediate stop to the exercises. China saw the visit by the U.S. House Speaker, Mrs. Pelosi, as a challenge to its claims of sovereignty over Taiwan. A Russian court has sentenced the U.S. basketball star Brittany Griner to 9 years in prison on drug charges. Griner, 31, admitted possessing cannabis oil but told the court that she made an honest mistake. But the court convicted her of smuggling and possessing narcotics and gave her close to the maximum sentence recommended by the prosecutors. State employees in many parts of Iraq have been given a day off work as temperatures rise to about 50 degrees centigrade in several areas, local media reported. Several of the country's cities topped the list of hottest places in the world on Thursday. As a result of the scorching heat, at least 10 provinces suspended work for most state employees, Kurdistan 24 news agency said. And that's world news. In development news, Agriculture Minister Mahinda Amaraveera says arrangements have been made to cultivate 60,000 hectares of maize during the 2022-2023 Maha season. He said the main reason for the rapid increase in the prices of the liquid milk, eggs and chicken in the market was the shortage of the maize required for the animal feed. He also said the government has also decided to provide farmers with the highest guaranteed price of maize to ensure a bumper harvest in the coming Maha season. And that was development news.
Sports News is brought to you by
Sampath Bank. We present your future.
Well, the South African women ended an 8-match losing streak and 5 in the T20 format with an emphatic win in their last outing of the long England tour. They finished third in Group B at the Commonwealth Games and will not feature in the medal matches. Sri Lanka have been left at the bottom of the points table with losses in all 3 of their group games and much work to do ahead of the qualifiers for the next year's T20 World Cup, especially in their batting. In this match, Sri Lanka were bowled out for their lowest total in T20s with only one batter, Chamari Atapattu, getting into double figures. They set the 4 ducks on the scoreboard on only one partnership over 10 runs and were overly aggressive in their approach with plenty of loose drives. Overall, they had the lowest aggregate score across the group stage of all teams in the tournament. And that was Sports News.
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U-Trust.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The National Chamber of Commerce of Sri Lanka is organizing bilateral trade discussion between Sri Lanka and Malaysia on August 16th. The discussion will be conducted from 10 a.m. to 12 noon at the National Chamber Auditorium, Colombo 10. The National Chamber of Commerce said High Commissioner of Malaysia to Sri Lanka, Tang Yang Tai, will be the special guest speaker at this session. The participants will get an opportunity to have a close dialogue with the High Commissioner of Malaysia. The overall purpose of this meeting is to discuss the current trade environment, investment opportunities, services, policies, and other important information with the view to promote and strengthen bilateral trade and investment ties between Sri Lanka and Malaysia. And that was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSP You Trust.
In economic news, the Colombo Port City says that out of 34 marketable land plots granted on a 99-year lease basis, 6 plots were released back to the Commission, and Colombo Port City Economic Commission has granted 6 fresh indenture of the leases for a 99-year period to the investors, valued at around $200 million. The investors have projected a collective investment commitment of $600 million. And that was economic news. Finally, in the weather report, the Met Department says prevailing heavy rain weather condition in the southwestern part of the island is expected to be reduced gradually from today. Showers will occur at times in western, Sabaragamu and central provinces and in Galle and Mathura districts. Fairly heavy rainfalls above 50 millimeters can be expected at some places in Sabaragamu province and in Kandy, Nuwara, Galle and Mathura districts. Several spells of showers may occur in northern, north central and northwestern provinces. Strong winds above about 50 kilometers per hour can be expected at times along the western slopes of the central hills and in northern, north central and northwestern provinces. And that was weather report. To wind up this news broadcast, let's look at the main points once again. The President seeks support from political parties to form an all-party government. Mahasangha points out that a strong government is needed to find immediate solution for the economic crisis. It has been emphasized that all citizens must obey the law. Bus fares have been reduced from today. The results of the 2021 GCE Advanced Level Examination to be released before the end of August. Power cut reduced to 1 hour from today. And with that, we conclude this morning broadcast, a morning news broadcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.